See, obviously, the Seattle skyline going on right there, which reminds me of the Xbox, which it doesn't actually. The night vibe for the Xbox doesn't handle well. Right there on the water, right above the water anyway. Flashing, there's a few of them. Shut the light off to the overhead living room. That's all good. My game progress is that far. It's not that much of a difficult game. I haven't played it since December of 2024, it says. Yeah, that's kind of right, yeah. Yeah, that's 2025 now. Just load that little name tag, like what I had on my. Let's just see a few of the things going on. The building and all the logos. But I'm gonna ramble a little bit about Japan, America. I'm gonna ramble about those things and just kind of have a good time doing it, in my opinions. Expect aliens as a topic of conversation. These are things people don't talk about. Someone says that's not right. I was playing Stranded Alien Dawn just a little bit ago. I didn't know I had my mic off, and I was making mistakes. It turns out there was no grain cob to do. Like, the subjects were pretty easy to grasp, and, like, just opinions. So throwaways, not actually, like, straight up solid facts. It just is mainly all going to be opinions until the opinions become logic-proofed, and it's going to be facts. And even then, it's just kind of opinions. Everyone has one. But the thing is, if you think about it as a group, you have to argue if it's you just going, I don't know if I like that. For it to be just discussed in life. There's a lot of stuff they'll go on about. Something about being friends for years. Now, this is where I should be listening to what they said. But I want to talk about, like, Japan and all that. Japan, is doing the rearmament right now, and that's doing something pretty good for them. They haven't had an actual military since World War II, which was in 1945 that it ended. I want to say it's like in August, or a little bit before, a little bit after, March even maybe. It's like a month before, Chuck Norris was born, the day before even. Yeah. It's been over 80 years, really. 40, that's 45, really. I mean, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so 45, you add 40, that's 80, you add 5, that's year 2000, that's 45 years, year 2000, 2025, that's 65 years, yeah. Right? Something like that. She's disappearing right there. This guy's kind of looking awkward. There are people in the background, it's nice still. I check my water boiler. But yeah, so when it was discussed, it was me just discussing food. Discussing food, yeah. Like, I mean, when I was a kid, just a little bit ago, I was talking to the sexy cat right there. My mother was crying, just sitting there in the kitchen, like, about, and I asked her why. And I said, why? And she said, well, we're poor. We're going bankrupt. And I said, oh, why? She said, because we're spending all our money on food. I said, oh, that's wild. We can just cut corners on that. Like, we don't have to eat steak. We don't have to eat that. We don't have to eat all that stuff immediately. Like, it's not a big deal. I mean, I'm an adult. I just cut potatoes and I boil them in oil. Yeah. Be honest, the oil's too much money. It's like $16. I'm just going, I should probably just put them in the oven and bake them. Yeah. The baked potato, I have to cut corners. I get ketchup and mustard, but mayonnaise, can't afford it. I have to just eat cheese and meat with my bread. I just started to drop bread even. I was doing that as an adult. But it's not a big deal. And I had to say, how are we going for? Is it a downward trend? Has it been happening for a while? I gotta put my numbers. She turned into kind of a hateful person when I just said I can make a budget if that's like a thing. That seems simple. Like, overhaul you say budget. It's just planning out your money expenditure. Like, I mean, how much do you get paid? What do you mean? How much do you get paid at your job? Like, this much? You don't want to talk about her pay. Well, how much does Dad get paid if you don't want to talk about yours? You're obviously not communicating with each other. That's like emotional quotient stuff. I didn't say emotional quotient, I might have. I was reading a book already about stuff like that. It's like super important to be able to say like what you're doing money-wise. Jahid Chabruk, ginger presides over the ground coffee at the bottom of the cup, originally from India. I wonder what that tastes like. When you put food items in certain places, even if they're all in the same thing, depending on how like the cut of the actual like ginger is, and if it's cut even, turns into all the actual tastes, not just because of the flavors of the thing, but like things that happen to the item and how it's doing it. It's like science stuff, like cutting onions. Dogs can't eat onions. It's bad for them. There's a lot of science stuff like that. Not just that, but like environmental awareness, like your surroundings changing the food it tastes. I mean, it's just food. Like, I mean, it's not a big deal. Like, I need to survive. It's a major deal. But like I'm saying, it doesn't have to be like super good. Like, I mean, that's like an only childhood thing. Like, I just quit like asking for lunch money for school. I just started eating peanut butter and jelly. I want to eat double my meal, and then just like, well, you ate all the food in that time frame. I didn't know I could do that. I'm fat. I did do that, but then I wouldn't get the actual money. Yeah, never even asked me about it. Like, why do you not? Why is your lunch bill so high? Oh, I just let it run. But that's bad. Well, they give free peanut butter and jelly. They give it to the poor people, like in school. Like they give the poor people, peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, I had a weird like people dream hallucination dream moment. Do you want to be the poor person having the poor people peanut butter and jelly sandwich? I mean, no, I don't want to be poor. No, I don't want that. I don't want to be a poor person, period. Like, duh. It's a weird fever dream I'm having. I mean, it's just like you can. You can just eat peanut butter and jelly if you want, but you have to always eat it. What is the paperwork for it if that's the case? Because that person's getting, peanut butter and jelly. Because, I mean, obviously, well, I mean, are you going to keep charging me for peanut butter and jelly? Does that mean I don't want to eat peanut butter and jelly every day? I just don't want to have to pay for the meal you are providing that I don't get to pick. So there's that. Seriously? Yeah, I don't get to pick the actual meal. I can get doubles, yeah, of that meal. I like to eat, but I can just get like an actual meal. Money. It's money being the issue. Someone's just going, it's money. It's sex. It's the weirdest conversation I ever had. Yeah. Not really, but it's up there. Psychic spiders are trolling the world's history. Yeah, it's a time paradox. We got over it. We're cutting it off in a little bit of time. Cats are the best creatures on Earth, researchers proven. Opinion: who watches The Watchmen in Seattle? Atlantic countries plead for landfolk to send help instead of trash. I love this video game. Maybe. Yes. Captain Nemo, I see. I gotta go store my rice. He's changing color, that's a big thing. rice. But yeah, money. It's a super important thing, budgeting. And that's like how it's like punched into like politics immediately. That's weird. Probably a box of latte. Probably no. And the classic cup of coffee is just as classic. He said anything really. Like I just give him tea. Like, that's the thing. Like it's America, so it's like coffee. Yeah, let's go some coffee. Well, that's not bad. It's like just three food groups immediately. Yeah. It's classic little bit of coffee with cream, with sweetener. I actually like the weed stuff. Yes, there's people who were drinking this, I think. But yeah, Japan, like, I mean, that's a super big and important thing. Like, I, as an American, believe we should copy Japan in the very activity of having, like, that, like, redonkulous, like, 10-hour school day. Yeah, it's like an hour-long lunch, but it's like 3 extra hours of school. Maybe, no, it's like 4 or 5, right? Extra hours of school work, like, in, like, a common everyday, like, week work day. And it's like, they added in an extra, day of school. So it'd be like, it's like, you know, it'd be like Sunday to Friday, like Saturday's off because of date nights and stuff. Really about that, and I'm about the public uniforms. Just in everybody's spawn, you know. Yeah. A weird vibe check. It's like a weird blue mellow, like it knows it can't win its argument, and it's like, I'm oppressing you with it. It's like, this is common knowledge. Sustain the time paradox that is our existence and technically keep the entire planet alive and save America. Yeah. Going out like we were not aliens. It's good to have a sense of humor. Can you imagine having to put up with that? Yeah, definitely. Linguistics, communication. To be fair, like, I'm backing up singularity technology, like, cyborg port. But, like, I'm talking, like, the 500 definitions to a word. And, like, the actual activity of it having a different meaning to the self and the other people around you. The complexions of how it means to yourself and how it means to others from the method of communicating. Like, let's say, for instance, there's an alien king, and he's in his council of alien kings. Let's say they all are blue aliens, and one alien inside this council of king goes, I am declaring that you are not fit to be the ruler, and I want to kill you. But I cannot actually kill you, for it would be betraying my species due to the logic of stuff I've done. Instead, I will say this declaring statement in the political stance of fist fight, to the death, or weaponry to the death, to you, but I shall declare it on myself so I can go kill myself, knowing outrageously. It's called Tinder. Well, I mean, to be fair, on my end, I would have communicated immediately the thing, and then it's just been like, I'm staring at you, but I totally forgot because I thought this was over. Why have you not asked no name yet, Cole? Excuse me. I mean, there's so much to go on about when it goes to countries. Yeah. Glad I had to do this. Yeah. Paradoxes. Why have you still not asked who named me, though? What else are we played? Oh, there she is. I mean, so Japan is doing the actual activity of going as a country. Population. There's a huge spot here in America where they could immediately have, taken a huge amount of farmland and really fertilized it, or at least built like interior like buildings to farm inside it. Now, an outline on my end, I kept while I'm pro manifest destiny, East Coast to West Coast. I was definitely somebody who said you have to fill that stuff in. It's like you have the bubble gum. You have the bubble gum thing going on really bad. When you stretch bubble gum and it makes a hole and not much like a patine smear like unclean dishes. Like, it's not that bad, but it's pretty bad. You should clean your dishes. Like, I mean, it's like having dust film everywhere. But it's like more noticeable. It's like a brief moment, like all I'm going is, these people are kind of dumb. We need to get them a little bit higher education standard. I'm going, It's like it's the metaverse multiverse simulation. So in real life, I imagine some of them have a lot of different people skills because of the actual activity of how they do stuff. Like, I'm from a small town, but it's like, there are issues. Well, if it's a simulation, there won't be comparison. From what I gathered in all logic, this is exactly what it's comparison to. Also, it's a time paradox. I love that I can say that mildly. Knowing all the problems actually will avoid it, pretty much, you know. More in most all these arguments. More money, more people, and like nation leading. Yeah. That doesn't make sense. Like, I mean, yeah, it does. It's like the opposite of, like, Golden Child China. Or, Prince, or whatever they call it. Maybe she's strong enough to pick you up to 69. Yeah. Yeah. There's so many weird, like, issues with, like, the actual problems, period. My big thing was the economic arguments when it was starting to happen on how there was, like, disappearing, like, the disparagedness of the middle class. You shouldn't have had an actual activity of actually being poor in the middle class type scenario. Like, I mean, you know, middle class, you shouldn't have any problems. To be fair, the middle class should be the middle class because there's a huge amount of people in the middle class with a small amount of people in the upper class, but an even smaller amount of people in the lower class. I mean, that's what it should be outright. I mean, I'm looking at it and arguing in logic. I mean, obviously it'd be 1/3 if anything. No, it'd be like, if it was like out of 10, like the middle class would be like, let me just count this here, it'd be 2, as in 1, the 1 after 2, the 1 after 1, which is 2, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it'd be 7, with 2 in the upper class, and 1 is the lower class. You should have, like, no problems immediately with that build. That's like actually more of anything the disappearing of the high class. Yeah. Not even that. It's the disappearing of like the complete lower class. Yeah. So maybe people in the lower class. I mean, you just got rid of it. Like, it took seconds. All you have to do is jobs and like auto in the infrastructure. Yeah. My free will, I'm an American. Your free will in God's eyes is that. In America, there are rules and protocols called laws and social contract that actually interact with you. In some nations, you'll be killed or arrested for not doing stuff like work. That's not true. No, it's true. Yeah. That's not right. I looked it up. Japan does it. I'm about it. My also version of this is I put everybody with their own citizenship in one discussion in the military. That's not right. I mean, okay, not citizenship. I made them mandatory military. Yeah. Like disabilities and stuff. Not a big deal. I mean, first off, disabilities are accommodatable to like huge portions. Like society at large. Like, I mean, they're in a wheelchair, we can't actually put them in the military to do that. But we can take the military industrial complex and move it all around. Lillian, what are you upset by? Just cold or something? Or just whining? I mean, even then, it's still being based in, like, in an easy job program, job bank. It's, like, centralized unilateral upward mobility. Yeah, it's pro-state, like, but it's, like, the people can't complain if everything's better. But it's, like, my freedom. The freedom really didn't change. It's just them getting jobs a lot easier because of the accessibility. Like, the jobs were, like, working. I created more jobs through industry in my portion. I actually went about the very activity of the things that people are doing. Hey, do you want farm animals? I'm good. I don't want. I'll take the farm animal maybe, but like I don't want to buy your stuff. Like the food. I mean, that's actually what I need to do. You could just stop international trading and totally bankroll in like your own nation and centralizing it. Someone's going caste system. You don't even have to go caste system in the argument. It's not caste system. Go upward mobility. It's not me saying they can't go upward in the mobility. It's me saying it's wrong to call them upper middle class. There's a difference between being tasteful and going... I mean, the closest I could argue is literally just what the caste system is. Like, from the position of going... This is like me knowing I was... it's not hierarchy in the monarchy sense. It's just... This is a manager at a business. It's a caste system, immediately. But, like, you're not bleeding other managers. In one actual exact argument, my job would be to find the possible promotions from the very activity of discerning if they're good for the job and promoting them to the job of manager when I have a promotion. And one argument is due to the logic of it, another person does it. And then discusses it with that other person if they are the person who is designed for that job. Knowing that it's about 3 people, one discussing it with the other, and one going, why do you think it's not right or not right? You know, it's the check and balance like in a hive, like type scenario. Not hive mind, hive like beehive. Lillian, you have no reason to whine. Quit doing that. Come here, girl. You can come here and get petted. I know you feel bad like you did something. Maybe you misunderstood the number 2 thing, if you were like a giant psychic ghost spider in a time paradox. I was gonna have company over, but she didn't want to show up. You're shaking and you're trying to look sad. Are you okay? You called? It must be the food argument and the monies and how they all interact on like a globular level outright. Yeah. Playing coffee talks, Lillian, and I got my coffee brewing again. You sit over here on my lap. I'll hold you that shit. I mean, when you argue money, like the big thing is just importing and exporting. This is simple stuff. A lot of people on the planet can immediately grasp the concept of someone going, I'm making all these items and I'm selling them. Yeah, that's why I have money. How do you make it? I have the people who give me the raw materials to make it. Like a video game. Yeah, it's like a video game. What's with all those other players if they're having a bad time? They will destroy my stuff. Immediately is the actual competition in teams. So you can form alliances? Yes. Yes, I can form alliances inside that multiplayer video game. I can do those things. But why are you not like the top person if you do? Because they're doing the same thing. And how do they compete? I do it better. But like the money's all the same. Well, we begin by, making a union. There's a bunch of people actually doing the activity, or what is actually the actual business we're doing. Knowing from the union of all the businesses what we're doing with the group that supplies the raw resources, they all have the ability to get, a say in a little bit of the company, knowing it's going to turn into still a hierarchical structure. And partially it's going to be votes, and most of the time, if it's good stuff, it's good stuff. But they all put a little bit of their money into the actual organization to benefit the actual raw production as well as the manufacturing production of the actual material sold. That's socialism. That's National Socialism. No, that's a worker union. What you're talking about is probably, in my head, the Nazi Party. Germany. Yeah. They were a worker union mixed with political enterprise, knowing when it was discussed it was the most efficient government on the planet. That's not right. They took over most of the world. In Star Trek it's labeled as the winner. Why not Japan? There was no actual real gains in Japan when they actually did the war thing, to be able to compare. Oh. Yeah, that's about it. You got the rape of Nanking, the Chinese war mode of all the stuff happening. But the fact of the matter is pretty bad, yeah. It just wasn't able to be held. It's like the fall of Saigon. Communists opposed to the Republicans. That's what a union is. It's the equivalency of I am a member of a group of. I go to my work. I work at the business. I have the ability to invest into my business some of my money out of my personal decision of making money with the business by staying with the business. At some point, it's getting tenured to be able to say stuff in the actual company, not in the social relationship, which is what most people do, which is the good push to everybody, but the actual business itself. Once you're tenured into the actual thing, you cannot actually be removed from the thing. You say actually makes a sense. There are people who would not be good in those things if they actually were destroying the business. But it turns into discussions about business without immediately becoming a thing. It's unions actually killing everybody in their arguments because they don't want unions. After World War II, the unions that were actually running Germany were actually transferred over from the actual corporate plan at the time period to do an extreme glut from the now empty infrastructure of the war zones, as well as the corporate planning that they can immediately undertake to build a bunch of new things that would be able to sustain and hold all the people in a healthy, proactive way, while simultaneously funneling a lot of the monies and the corporate gains that they had, if you call it a corporate or it's a government party at the time period, purposely mismanaging their money to move it into a different location and all these things, knowing that they are all going to be considered war criminals and hunted down for the rest of their life, but they have no desire to actually die, so they left and they took the monies and the corporate ties that they had there and moved the monies around and eventually started the actual activity of building all the economies in the areas that they were going to be in, as well as the places that they were from. Being able to manage on an international level from World War II Germany to Argentina and South America. Comparing, the abilities of that to that from the position of unions becoming a thing and certain actual things causing a qualification standard, which is good, it became them just doing that. There were no problems with unions until it became people arguing with why the problems with unions were. Overall, it's just me saying, I'm putting this much money into my group of 10 people. They're all... Okay, so if buying a stock is $1,000, and there's 10 people, and we're all working, and we all make about, on average, a net pay of $200 after all bills. $200. you're investing $10 a month, lazily, into the accumulation of a new stock for a business, growing the business outward from that position. If other people do not do that, it immediately gives the lead. Now, if there is a minimized amount for the union of that company, for the business itself, it's the actual activity. And not to mention the union, once backed by the business, will funnel its stuff into the business, giving people good things. Now, there's mild, maybe inflation moment from the economic growth of their company, but it turns into the actual activity of the economics of one business displacing the economics of entire regions. Now, and it's not exactly inflation, but it's the destruction of entire areas and environment.
I mean, Japan does a lot of regulations almost like a beehive, right? And a lot of the people are actually being uniforms. They're wearing public school uniforms. They all have to wear them. It gives them a good sense of what they're going to be like.
It's the equivalency of a business just doing a 401k. It's not. A union's not that at all. It's a union that gives you actual political say into the corporate entity of your business. But they can destroy my business if they do that. They are investing in it in the actual sense of being able to upward mobilize through the corporation of that industry. Being able to spot problems. The only reason there would be some of these problems would be these people over here are using robot chicken, and they are arguing in corporate block like robber barons to a vast swath of the populated area. That's actually where it's bad until you realize that itself is instilling a literal caste system that is not caste system. It's pretty much instilling a caste system. They came from dirt people, they want to go dirt people. The hillbillies, they're hillbillies. The white trash, they're going to be white trash. I can see you're white trash. Yeah. What you should do? What? Join the military. Why? Yeah, you're 18, you join the military, you get free, like 3 huts in a cot. Money. You don't have to see your family again. Yeah. Bother you, with all the white trashness. Stay out of trouble, don't break the law. Yeah. His life changed completely. You got the GI Bill, by the way. No, what's that? I can get free college? Yeah. Yeah, you just got, indoctrinated into an entire organization that can, teach you all the things you need to do. Yeah. How to handle life. People skills that are not white trash. I don't even like the idea of low-class people in my version. It's just me going, you're homeless, you're destitute in a camp. This is how we get you out of the camp immediately. But they have the choice to do it. To get into this camp, you have to do these things. What's your success rate? 100. I want to say 80. 80%. 100%. Why is that the case? Because it's super easy what we're doing. What do you mean? We're getting you a job. We're just doing that. We're supplying a place for you to sleep, and we're supplying the transportation and all these things. How do you do it in money? It's a bit different. From the position of you working at the job, you pay us a little bit of money. What about food? You still have to buy your own food. That's not right. I don't have money to buy food. The foot traffic is a far bit distance. You have the ability. You have the ability to pay a stipend to the free facilities of the food. My lunch break. Yeah. A lot of this, when I argued it's just common logic. It's like I just planned to pulled out a piece of paper and I wrote it down, all the things I gotta do. What happened? Impulse buys. It's robot chicken. He might be right. We'll have to pass. It's still him doing it. He shouldn't have done it. I can't back this up. I had to bury potatoes in my soil just so, I don't eat them. It's potatoes, 4 potatoes, really, 2 in each bag, making a generative amount of about 8 potatoes, 10 pounds or something. It might not make that many, but they'll probably make a lot. It's the nutrients in the soil. Yeah. Lillian, why are you whining? Oh, she's like a little smoke alarm. like having a robo dog that tries to say, your stress panic level is this much. Did I do the right thing? Giant enemy ghost spider. Not really an enemy. Giant ghost spider. Like, loci nature spirit of, like, planet. You did fine. You did the right thing. In my version of this outright. Yeah. The actual science department will be able to handle it. They have people in the alien department who go, this was my alien job before I came here. This is why I'm here. You guys were making time paradoxes. Was it our time paradox? No. Thank you. So in one argument, we did the thing to, unless there was another time paradox where you have avoided a time paradox first. I see, it's some crazy logic lines. So what you're saying is we were inside the time paradox to escape or something. And we did the actual right thing. And another time paradox appeared. Maybe. This seems like convoluted, but it's not. It's going to be science. I know it immediately. Was it a math problem on accident, if that's why he showed up here in his teleportation? Because there is a gravity wavelength field problem here in this universe. Yeah, that was brought up. Yeah. I keep drawing like a, yeah, that. It's like, yeah, that. Lillian! It's whole, I know. Well, if it's a giant enemy ghost spider as a whole, that's fine. It doesn't matter. I don't want to say giant spider. When you talk about giant spider, you talk about computer box to hold my brain to be able to pilot a robot cyborg body. That's much different than like creepy evil monster man. Hell's real, Lillian. That's real. That's the argument. Yeah. It's okay. I mean, it happens. It's not. It is. It's a thing. You might have, but you're being a bunch of different people at the same time. Yeah. I would not worry about you still from this position in my head. You're being a ghost thing. You're being able to swing about in all these different places. I would not run out there as a giant ghost spider. I wouldn't do that, period. I would tell you that immediately. You'd die. In one argument, it's really just you taking the time to live life. Yeah. Oh, you should not go. Is it the fact you just? What is it? Is it just me wanting attention and love? Being the cutest patootie dog is you being based off people who. Oh, you realize it's a dog profile. Your dogness is mainly to kids and women. You are a heart melter. Boys love you though. Yeah, you're super cute. You're a real chick magnet. Not as much as like a giant schnauzer, but like the goals with agreeability with you would be much better. Like, I mean, a giant dog is more noticeable. It's just you have the agreeability being a toy dog. You're small. I love you. There's a lot to go on about with you. You're like what the faces of humanity. You really are. You have like the person who really did like you the most is a dog breeder. Like. Had like some issues with you, but they love you to death, and like they're meta. Yeah. They're hyper. Like you have like hundreds of costumes, all referenced across the planet, all over, Lillian. It's not an argument. Each one a psychopomp to a different aspect of society. Until we get to like I don't know if it's like sashimi or lobster. It was like something weird. Yeah. I understand, Lillian. You're not actually the dog. You're wanting attention and I can see myself hanging out with a giant female ghost spider right now and being in a hallucinatory mind state with it. Going, as you can see, clearly trying to smash with it. But like I'm a giant ghost spider. Yeah. Smash. As a giant, what if I was a giant spider? Would you still smash me? Yeah. I'd be afraid of squishing you, though. I'd be afraid of being ate. Yeah. That's wrong, Will. You're the one who's asking if I would, knowing you're the one who'd be wanting that in activity. I don't know if I can do this. I immediately just did it. Giant ghost spider, you died. If you were the giant ghost spider, you died. You became a ghost. It's the meta-atomic science to what life is. It's easy to discuss. It's the Moscow Star Parade, 1979. It's the living light, red, blue, green, and yellow. The orbs of the ultra-win and ultra-id metas. We used to talk about this. This is science. It just hits all the weird, bad subjects, which I'm going, no, we don't talk about it. But you're putting it on the internet. Who's going to watch it? The government? He's right. Here's the fun one. Let's get away from the orbs, the actual safe, good version of like it being an it. It doesn't have to be hive mind, by the way. It doesn't have to do that. I said it, I didn't say hive mind. But all life's a hive mind. All life is technically a giant body. We are all different organisms and, ribosomes and the endoplasmic reticulum and mitochondria doing activities to keep a giant keyboard-like being alive. As one could say, I am of God, for his spark of the divine was the light that lit my soul. It brought me here and from the ways I went. Yeah, stuff like that. I don't know if I trust that, the ways I went. He means he's in the afterlife later. That seems fair. Suspicious, yeah. I said die. Psychopomp 101. I don't know if I did that. Might have. I'm so gay. I'm all chop. Okay, fine. Totally rocking the blue on that, like black blue. Yeah, I have to game and I have to stop this. Yeah. I have to use this guy. He did all the same stuff immediately. Whatever you did at this. Yeah. The only thing I actually was wanting to say was if the giant enemy ghost spider, the giant ghost spider can actually think for itself. Inhuman. That's spooky. Why? It's like a super important question. All life in the beginning of the body argument is literally just a bunch of things. As a baby, when you start thinking, it's like, well, for myself, when I was a baby and I tried to think, I couldn't do anything. My body was shut off. I had no actual stuff in my brain. From the logic of what I'm looking at. No sensations of light, sound, touch. Anything. It took me 5 seconds with me going, me to think, and it was like trying to push a root literally through the soil. An animal is pretty much just something that does an activity. They can be trained because they have the Pavlov response. But the ability to avoid, the ability for it to just interact as is with no thinking, doing the exact activities it needs to do, is the very definition of something not being sapient, which is all the life in the department of an alien human being body, or an animal body that's walking around in sapient humanoid, or even animal. It's the ability to function as that thing. Oh my, Vaporeon lady. She's hot. Boobies. Cheshire cat arms. That's my, the short sleeve. I don't have that short anymore. I think I had to throw it away. It's not Cheshire short, it's just a regular short. I can just optical illusion it to be the Cheshire cat tail. Alice in Wonderland. It's kind of weird if Alice in Wonderland is always, it's Alice in Wonderland. It's Alice. It's not the Cheshire. The Cheshire Cat is kind of like a Mad Hatter. What's your hat? It's the equivalency of being the guy with a yeah. That's classy. Bowl with a coffee cup. Huh. How are you doing this so fast? I'm not being taught. I'm learning and I'm making it up. That's not right. Maybe. Check it out. That's right. Give them a solid chai. Okay, so green tea is milk, and the other tea is just tea, right? Yeah. Be making this wrong the entire time. Cinnamon or ginger? Masala chai, it sounds like it has ginger in it. Yeah, masala would be the cinnamon, but it could be it's the milk. I think milk is chai. Try that. See if that works. I don't want to make a latte art knowing I can sneak away and the ability to go, well, it's latte art. It's so good. Yes. Yes, it is. I don't know. Might be good. Let's see if this works. Oh, good latte on that one. If you wanted ginger, I have my script. Meow, 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 meow. But money, rambling about Japan is like a super important thing to do. There's a lot of stuff that America can immediately copy from Japan. It just really gives a lot of people the ability to do stuff. It keeps it. Idle hands are the devil's playthings has been known as the actual saying for years. If you're doing something, you can't go do the other things. Higher school hours, students in school more, higher education values, super important stuff. Well, what would it do for classes? Part of learning is just rotation, rote memory learning is doing the same thing. A course in logic would not be bad, just for the activity of thinking and analytics. With work program outside of the school into an actual immediate job feet on the ground, like an internship, it's not bad immediately trains you for a workplace and almost type of internship, hey, there's jobs hiring in school, put it up on the board. Oh really? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. What are you doing? I'm filling in all my goals, filling in all these other ones that I kind of want. What happens if they don't? You should go for the ones you want immediately. These are actual discussions I've never heard people actually discuss anyway. Yeah, Kolt Young. Yeah, like a horse. As I'm hanging 10 on a surfboard. And I quote Young. Like the psychologist, Carl Young. Big into cars now. That doesn't make sense if it's a psychologist. Well, he smokes a pipe, does he not? Maybe. Probably a cigarette. Pipe. Smoking a pipe's cool, you know, tobacco pipes. It's like the thing of like classic studiousness, yeah. We're just gonna let that go and, you know, the automatic. Oh my god, that hot Vaporeon lady. Absolutely killing me how hot she is. Big old love chest. Love muffins. She's a sugar baby. Those sweet sugars, yeah. I love those. The oak lady is the lesbian thing. It's like a reference to how the personality is. The sweet like sugar. Maroon 5. Like if anybody was going to argue Maroon 5 not being good. Are you telling me that the song Maroon 5, like sugar, is not good? It's a personality check on people. What are you going to do? Argue the Ministry of Propaganda in America? Maybe. Governing is not, whatever. Yeah. She's beautiful. I'm totally a boob guy. Like, I like boobs. Yeah. Yeah. I say butt to people. Yeah. To be honest, it's faces what's happening, logic-wise. It just turns into people not actually having micro-expressions on their faces. I've never heard this word before, micro-expressions. Yeah, all of those. They'll ticks on the face, T-I-C. Just, you can't stop them from happening. Yeah. They happen in like 0.06 seconds. They can betray your entire line of logic and thinking, and in psychology, even, you know, show your extreme, self-lying to yourself. Like, I'm talking into, like, the microphone and this kind of referencing stuff. I want to know more about Japan. Japan's really big in reservation. Like, reserved behavior. Yeah. I'm about that. A lot of people just explode and crazy, knowing they can get away with it. It's fun. It's nice. Being reserved and introverted is not being, like, everybody's whipping boy. I'm telling you, the school uniform arguments are fantastic. Like, I mean, everybody would become somebody who would actually have they'd all have, it's like team building, like people in cop outfits. You know? Like bodyguards even. Like, bodyguards are like a thing. So, like, they're wearing bodyguard outfits. They're obviously the bodyguards. Public places, even, like, there's an issue, you go to, like, these people, and these people, and these people. Like, it's common logic, yeah. School uniforms. Japan does it all the time. They have a huge population. They have to get their people to relate to their social demographic of age, who they are upbrought with, as well as literally being able to interact in a sense of communion with them the rest of their life after their schooling period. They don't do it in America. They're all about who's the popular person, knowing they're kind of mildly invite. And school pecking order, knowing that a lot of that's kind of done away with, knowing the crushing levels of education. Yeah. My god, she's beautiful. No hacks. Would I be the booby, fishbowl if I was a bowl? To be honest, I'd probably be closer to whole than the green one. The green one has like a neon flail, like an acid wash, like that neon smell. I like how the fact I know that the green-haired ghoul is actually a boy. That's not true. It is too. The endless homie of John. I think he's an actor, right? John Candy, comedian. There's an army of Shaolin monks in like straw hats with like gray robes and Fu Manchus with like boobs and the boys going, as you can see, the USS Missouri. And that's how the time paradox hits Japan. What? Yep. Do you also have those? Maybe we do. I see. We need Winston Churchill for this. I see. Winston Churchill's a robot? That's not true. Maybe. I see. What are they gonna do? Argue with me about it? Oh yeah, I'm a time paradox. I'm like a unicorn. And there it is, the giant eel of Rocco's basilisk, floating over the skyline, behind the clouds. Yeah, close my eyes on this, I gotta go to sleep. Free of charge, Sunday, September 27th, 2020. The Evening Whispers. Research found that most fury sedative on the market are not safe. My fury is limitless, raging across the span. Something, yeah. Profile, Morris Lester from the slum decline. Pajama clad 27-year-old actuary found decapitated in his own bed. That's wild. An actuary is a risk assessor. That's what they do. Right? The risk assessor for like insurance agencies and a bunch of other things like that. He's wearing pajamas? Like what type of pajamas? Are we talking like Ebenezer Scrooge pajamas? Or are we talking like decorative pajamas? Or are we talking like the plain pajamas? Like it's a solid lavender pajama set. That's a girl's outfit. Yeah, like the blue pajamas outfit, like the top and the bottom. Were they pajama clad wearing shoes or not? Because that's a big thing in the the case if he was decapitated on his own bed. Yeah, that's a big issue. I myself would like to buy those pajama cuttlefish pants, but I want to get like something to make it a little bit different, like a conch shell, like around the waist, like a belt. Maybe a few on the legs, but mainly around the belt. Yeah, maybe even a little waddle pattern on the top, like some wave action. Which reminds me, I saw a broken microwave today. Well, obviously my date with the females aren't happening. She just said no. Yeah, but that's kind of like a sign, it's a microwave, it's broken. How weird. Ride the waves! You mean date the female navies of the United States of America? Yeah, 100% of that, yeah. I'd totally do that. That's weird. No, it's not. What are you talking about? As you can see, I'm a U.S. Navy Air Force controller. I mean, not Air Force control, air control. Really? No, not at all. But that's what would be on BLB. Are you sure? No, not at all. Lying again. She's saying she's fine. Thank you. In real life, I do pretty much the same thing. I just kind of listen to them talk. And I go, are they actually talking to me at all? Like, maybe. But yeah, I date a female Navy lady, military lady, any of them. Yeah. Someone says that's like a person like you have to like, that's smash. I'd have a girlfriend with like, Or listening with you love, like some people would say. Yeah, yeah. I have a secret liaison with a member of the United States military. She's a lovely lady. She wants a cup of tea with lemon and cinnamon. So I'll give her some tea, give her a cup of lemon and some cinnamon. That's nice. I don't do anything outrageous. I don't have any secret liaisons. If I did, it'd be awesome. Yeah. I'm looking at that asteroid thing that's like shields the boob or whatever. Boob? Yeah. It's called a Russian tea? That's outrageous. That's cool. What about one? That's awesome. Never mind. Of course we have. But no, like, seriously, like, that's, yeah. Help teleport. These small things. What was I going to say? Yeah. What was that? You playing with your bone, that's good. You enjoying that? Yeah. That's good. I love you, Gold. She's such a good dog. Faces of humanity, that puppy dog. I love listening to stories. I will. Miss Apple, being Mrs. Apple. You know what that means. You know, like, everybody in America has a different accent. She's obviously from the ocean. She's just saying blah, blah, blah. She's a full-fledged ocean. I love that. Meow, 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 meow. That was shocking. Yeah. I allegedly have an older stepsister. Yeah. Yeah. Not really. Maybe. She's the right. Mama. I'm your stepsister. Mama. I don't want to get into it, that's funny. I do want to get into it. Yeah, see? It's almost like the same dialogue. You and me, Ginger. Yeah. Oh, I feel like I should just give them like a cup of ginger. Just ginger. Control it, quit spazzing on me. Yeah. I gotta solve this lady for espresso. She's always gonna say the usual and then randomly change, I feel like. Yeah. Super good game, the graphics and all that, yeah. I can see the show. Yeah. Yeah. Pause the video. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Let's see if I can change the music. I feel like I should add lo-fi to this. You know, that I want to info about Japan and America. Yeah. I mean, so yeah, it's a time paradox. You know, let's find out. Let's keep it in full on talk about it. Yeah, it's not a time paradox. If you make a time paradox make sense, it makes no sense. Running away from it. Yeah. You didn't just control the planet. What was it again? I wasn't really listening. I can go to what it just said correctly, right? Okay, so it's in Indonesia. Susu tilum madu jahi. Egg, honey, and ginger. Do we have eggs? We don't have eggs. What are you talking about? Okay, so milk, egg, honey, and ginger. Milk. One of the rest of it mixed up. Did I mess something up? Trash it real quick. Lillian, quit whining. We'll just boil it and soak it and hand them the egg. Lillian, I know you want your bones off that, but I don't want them all on the floor. Meow. I'm gonna get off. I'll come back and conversate with Aqua and Freya. Freya and Aqua. No, Aqua and Freya. I get it. Yeah, thank you. Aqua's totally bankable and dateable. Oh my gosh, he's like, yo. Well, thanks for watching. Have a good one, everybody. Enjoy your day. Or your night.